National Football League.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Peach State. Welcome to Georgia, where Freddie Falcon soars from the rafters inside Mercedes-Benz Stadium, just west of downtown Atlanta. Tonight on Sunday Night Primetime, it's the Baltimore Ravens and the Atlanta Falcons. On the Baltimore sideline, looking at head coach John Harbaugh. His team playing exceptional football, 8-2 in their last 10. On the other side, it's the Falcons head coach Raheem Morris. His guys come in off what he described as a strong week of practice, looking to put one in the win column in front of these home fans. That's the kicker, Tyler Luke, set to get this started. And off we go here on Sunday Night Primetime. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The Falcons set to take over here on offense. They'll be led out by the quarterback now in his 4th NFL campaign.
We had a chance to sit down with him this week, Mike. It almost came across to both of us that he wasn't entirely over last week's close loss. He made the point. He said, listen, playing quarterback in the NFL, you're going to be judged by how well do you play and what is your record in one-score games. Last week, they found themselves on the wrong end of it. If they get themselves into a back-and-forth matchup today, they've got to make enough plays down the stretch to come away with the win.
And he'll get about 3 here on 2nd down before he's out of bounds.
Gain of 3 brings up 3rd.
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. 19 yards on the pickup for number 19. And it's a 1st down.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
This is what you can do when you have one of the best receivers in the game. You understand that even if the coverage is not perfect for the play call, sometimes it's just as simple as my guy is better than your guy, and we're going to just keep giving him a chance.
And he's going to be brought down, but not until he gets inside the 35. They get 21 on that one. It's good for a Falcon 1st down. They'll stay on the ground. Not much happening there. Just a short gain. With that, I will give you a look at his numbers on the ground in last week's game. From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd and 8. From the shotgun, it's a give up the middle. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. A pickup of 14 on that one. 1st down, Atlanta. Going back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. This time the sliding becomes a little more difficult. They're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
That'll give on the ground. Drawing some oohs and ahs from the crowd, sidestepping his way. Nifty gain of 9 there.
Brings up 3rd down.
It's the quarterback with the sneak. And he's going to have the 1st down. Just past the marker. It is 1st and goal. Handoff here, up the middle.
Heck of an effort by this runner, Mike, just to get back to the line of scrimmage. I think most backs around the league, that play would have resulted in a loss, but not this guy. Continued to fight, continued to do everything he could to prevent the loss, but it's still stopped for no gain.
And he's going to lose yardage here, taken down back at the 8.
This defense doing a great job here facing this goal-to-go situation, especially on that last play. 2 stops down, And now the pressure really ramps up for this offense as they face 3rd and goal.
That is caught in the middle of the end zone. Touchdown, Falcons. His 4th TD grab of the season.
And when things haven't been going your way like they haven't around here recently, Mike, this is exactly what you need. You're looking for a spark. So to take the opening possession of the game, march it down there, and come away with the score, all of a sudden the sideline's a lot more positive. There's a lot more good energy amongst your teammates. Is that the spark they needed to turn this thing around?
Makes the score Falcons 7, Ravens nothing.
So out is Coop. He'll kick this one away after the touchdown. This returnable from the 4. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The Ravens offense taking the field for the first time. Leading this offense, their veteran quarterback.
A lot of things jump off the tape when you watched last week, Mike, but it was really just the overall execution of the game plan that stuck out the most. I mean, not only to get them in the end zone a handful of times, he protected the ball, and he routinely exploited the weaknesses that they found during the week on film. He's going to be looking to do the same thing over these next 4 quarters. If he's successful, we're going to have a shot to leave here with another win.
Second down, zone read, and he keeps it. The defense not fighting. They stay at home, and they tackle him for no gain. Here's a 3rd down and 4. Throwing now from the gun. That's caught. Left side. It's complete. And he will have the 1st down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
And the Ravens 1st down.
He's in a really nice rhythm here on 3rd down. He appears very comfortable operating out of the gun, and he's able to find his man near the sideline, and he's able to extend this drive.
And this defense not fooled by the option. They stick with the running back, and they get him down for no gain.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 39-yard line.
On play action, he'll set up to throw. Going over the middle, this one is complete. It'll be taken down, but it takes them across midfield down to the 40-yard line.
It's a gain of 20.
That's catch 3 just on this drive, and it gets his team a 1st down. Here's a run, going left, and he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there.
Looked like that might have been a RPO, a run-pass option. The quarterback has the ability to put the ball in the belly of the running back or pull it on the pass. Looked like he might have been better off pulling that one because he handed it off, and there was nowhere for that running back to go.
He'll drop to throw. Quick throw, taken in. And it'll be taken down after a gain of 9. And 3rd down, coming up.
9-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Trying to pick this one up on the ground. And it looks like he's got enough for the 1st down. Let's wait for the mark. Yes, that run, that's enough to move the chains.
1st down, Baltimore.
Here's a 1st carry for their running back. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more. Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd and 9. Back to throw. Quick throw here is complete. And they'll work this close to a 1st down, maybe just a tad short.
Makes it 3rd and
They'll try to sneak it here. And he's brought down to 17, but that's going to be good enough. A 1st down picked up on the ground. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. He'll decide to keep this once more. And he'll get about 3 on that one. It'll be 2nd down.
They went to the design quarterback run, and there just wasn't a lot of space for the quarterback to operate. You can see him kind of waiting for some of the blocks to develop. Never transpired. Didn't get a whole lot going short game.
He'll be brought down. It was a nice pickup, but a penalty flag on the play. Early indications of a hold. That one on the former Washington Husky, Roger Rosengart. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. Throw left side, but that's going to be incomplete.
There's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this was one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete.
And he's taken down on what should be the final play of this first quarter. So we are through one here on Sunday Night Primetime. 7-0 is our score. Greg and I back in Atlanta after this. On fourth down, it's Tyler Luke for the Baltimore field goal. Good snap, good hold, good kick. And the Ravens are on the board. It's 7-3.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. That's where the offense will take over. Raheem Morris there, Falcons head coach. His team ready for their next possession. They've been one of the better teams running the football all year, evidenced by the ease with which they ran it on that prior drive. They'll begin here on the ground. And he's got some space. Up past the 30 to about the 32-yard line. A pick up the 7. Here's 2nd and 2. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. 14 on the pickup. It's good for a Falcon first down.
46-yard line.
Now, faking the give. That's going to be intercepted. And he's going to give his guys a short field to work with and a chance to take the lead.
And while the defender is going to get credit for the pick, Mike, I think he needs to go up on the sideline and thank his pass rush because they forced that bad throw. That is the perfect example of when the front pass rush and the back-end coverage work together. Man, that was big-time ball.
The Ravens offense and their quarterback headed out for their next possession. And he continues to be a nightmare for teams trying to defend in the red zone. Look at this graph, second in the NFL in terms of rushing touchdowns by a QB. Here's a toss, right side. And this will be a short gain down to the 41-yard line. Tony Adams there on the stop. Here's a 2nd and 9. Now they'll set up to throw. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. It's 3rd and 4. We'll try to get this one on the ground. He's looking for room on the edge, but could not find any. They tracked him down behind the line, and it's 4th down.
You have to wonder if next time does the play caller give his quarterback some options to check out of this play. It was clear before the ball was snapped. This was not a great look for that play call, and you can see the end result.
A 54-yard attempt.
And this is no good. Could not get it on target. And they are not able to draw closer.
And this is the danger of trying these long field goals. Remember, Mike, if you miss, the other team gets the ball at the spot of the kick. So it's going to end up setting them up for great field position as they start this next drive.
The Falcons offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. The lead sits at 4. So they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one. Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11.
At the 43-yard line.
Blitz coming. He'll throw it. He'll try to hit him with a screen. And he's going to be out of bounds awfully close to that first down marker, but they're going to mark him just short. So 3rd down coming up. They'll go with the sneak. It looks like he's going to have that first down. He will, not by a whole lot, but he's got it enough. They convert on 3rd down. We'll go 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10. They'll turn and hand this one off. And boy, tough to bring down there. Fighting forward for a gain of 7. So, from the 37, here's 2nd and 3. They'll stick with him again. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Dropped for the loss of a yard.
Behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a yard on the play. It's now 3rd down and 4.
They'll send a man in motion left. On 3rd down, he'll try to get it on the ground. And he's going to go backwards again. The defense coming up big. Forcing 4th down.
Really nice job here defensively, not only to get the penetration and to clog those run lanes, but they're able to take them down behind the line of scrimmage for a loss.
So, on 4th down, Austin McNamara is going to come in here to punt, as they'll say no to the long field goal and hope to pin them deep. John Harbaugh there, the Super Bowl winning coach of the Ravens, as his guys get ready for their next possession. They've had to settle for field goal attempts on these first 2 drives, a make and a miss. So they'll go to work here on their 3rd drive. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. The throw on the move is caught. And a big strike for good yardage there all the way up to midfield. It's a big one for the Ravens. 32 yards.
How about that for your first catch of the game? I mean, to be able to attack the defense with your very first grab really sets things up nicely for the rest of the game. So defensively, they need to tighten up a little bit on the back end, because I promise you that's not going to be the last time they call his number.
10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches. At the Falcons' 41-yard line.
He bought all the time he could, but he's going to be taken down as he couldn't get a throwaway.
Just bear with me for a second here, Mike, as everybody loses their mind about why is this play caller throwing the ball on 2nd and inches. The idea is you want to throw on what they call run downs, and this clearly was one of those, and what you're not accounting for is a sack as it brings up 3rd down.
A 19-yard pickup there. 1st down, Baltimore.
1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And that'll be good for a gain of about 4 as he is forced out of bounds.
Out of bounds at the 20-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
They'll look to throw. He takes off. They'll take this down to the 6. That's good enough for 1st down. 1st and goal.
First down. 1st and goal of Baltimore.
Here's a run. Nothing there. He is fortunate just to get back to the line. Now it's 2nd and goal.
It's a gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and goal.
They'll go with him again. The ball comes out. And the Falcons have come up with the recovery. Boy, one hurts, Greg. They had a really nice drive going and moved it halfway down the field, but then fumbled down here in the red zone, and the defense comes up with a turnover.
Anytime you put together a drive of this length, Mike, you just want to come away with points. Of course, a touchdown is the main goal, but in this case, to turn the ball over this deep in the red zone is just a brutal turn of events for this offense.
The Falcons offense. And remember now, all turnovers have to be verified by a replay. So they might be taking a look at this one. At issue was the knee, or any other body part except the hand, down before the ball comes loose. And are the visuals convincing enough to overturn the call on the field? So that one overturned. They say the runner was down, and that will not be a fumble. 7-3 is the score. 2 minutes to play in the first half. Greg and I back to Atlanta in a moment. Throwing here on 3rd and goal. And that one's incomplete. They really ratcheted up the coverage there, and they force 4th down.
We're starting to see a lot of this on 3rd down, Mike, where they're going to rely on the run after catch to pick up these 3rd down conversions. You know what that depends on? You have to actually complete the ball, and in this case, it falls incomplete, brings up 4th down. It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone, and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
He'll start at the 4. He'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The Falcons offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he has done everything you could ask of him coming into this one. Spread it around, hasn't taken many chances, and potentially on his way to a big game throwing the football. Right away, they'll set up to throw. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
Second down, 8 yards to go. He'll look to throw. He'll throw it left and has his running back. And they'll mark him down just shy of the 40. Now a timeout, Atlanta. That's their first. And they'll have a chance to talk things over after picking up that first down. A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. The toss, left side, caught by his running back. They face 2nd down and 7. They'll look to throw again. That one is caught by Mooney. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the first down. Looking middle of the field, it's complete. Falcons go ahead and take their 2nd timeout. They'll stop the clock. 24 seconds to go until halftime. Come to the line now on 2nd and 2. Back to the air one more time. To the left side, he gets back to Mooney. And he will have a first down, and they're in field goal range now at the 30. Now the Falcons will use their 3rd final timeout, and they'll get a chance to catch their breath over on the sideline. Out is Younghoe Koo to try the field goal.
A 47-yard attempt.
That one is good. And the Falcons can tack on 3 more, extending the lead here late in the first half.
Nice job there securing points with that final play. Of course, they would have loved to have come away from that possession with a touchdown, but I think they're going to be happy with 3 going into the break.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He'll let this one go deep down the right sideline. That's going to be incomplete. They took a shot on the final play, prayer not answered. And that is how this first half will come to an end.
Our trip around the league starts now. And it kicks off in South Florida. The Dolphins at home to take on the Denver Broncos. And this is Troy Franklin. A deep shot downfield, and he's right there to look it in, and they're not gonna get him. 80 yards on the catch and run for the touchdown. The Broncos get win number 4 on the season. They come away with the victory. With that, we take a look at the rest of what's going on here in week number 13. Meanwhile, in our game, neither offense has been able to distinguish themselves. It's been the defenses that have stood tall so far. As we send you back out to our commentary team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Pretty interesting first half. We'll see if any strategy changes for the next 30 minutes or more as this second half gets underway. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Ravens offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And he has been a tough guy to contain all season long, as reflected in those numbers that you see there. Back to throw here to begin the drive. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
Brings up 2nd and 4. At the
On second down, they'll run. And he'll get this to about the 36-yard line. Jalen Walker there to make the play. Here's 3rd and 2.
It's a gain of 2 yards. And it's 3rd.
Going to try to pick up the first down with his own read. And he's going to be out of bounds at the 41. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Out of the gun, he'll throw. He'll go left side here and complete this one. And he's close to another first down. He's brought down just shy of the marker.
10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches.
A run now on second down. With good blocking leading the way, he's got the first down inside the 25.
First down. It's a gain of 10. And the Ravens first down.
On play action, he'll set up to throw. And he'll only manage a couple of yards before he's out of bounds. Second down and 8.
Out of bounds at the 19-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And that's it. 3rd and 7.
And it brings up 3rd down.
He'll drop to throw. He'll try to run for it. On fourth down, it's Tyler Luke for the Baltimore field goal. His kick is good. And the Ravens cut the deficit down to 1.
So anytime an offense comes off the field after settling for 3, you always have to take the good with the bad. In order to get down there in field goal range, you had to do something positive to move the ball. But at the same time, how are we going to be able to finish these drives and convert for 6 the next time we get down there?
Falcons offense and their quarterback headed out for their next possession. And he's had it going in the first half. Really had his way with the secondary. They have been powerless to stop him. Now they're trying to keep it going. Out wide to 1. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
A 3-yard pickup. 7.
Receiver in motion, headed left. So second down, and they'll run it. And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain.
He was taken down behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 1 brings up 3rd and 8.
On third down, they'll set up to throw. Quick throw, taken in. He's going to have the first down. That one good for 9, and the drive continues.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
A handoff as they try to run it here. Wow, how he got away from that first defender, I have no idea. This will wind up with positive yardage on the play. Ball on the 39. Here's second down and 7. Now, faking the give. He'll get this out to his running back. And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line. They'll come up here, 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Now give on the ground, and he's going to be knocked down hard behind the line.
So they go with the first down run, hoping to just get them some positive yards and get themselves into a good second down situation, but now they find themselves in 2nd and long. So the more you give defenses the opportunity, Mike, to defend you one-dimensionally. So in this case, we're only playing you in the pass. It stresses your protection, it stresses your play caller, and ultimately, it stresses your quarterback. Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started. And this is what can happen when you're so worried about protecting the sticks, Mike. You force them to throw the ball underneath, but then you've got to be able to rally the ball and tackle. But they weren't able to do it before he gets to the line to gain, and he ends up picking up the first down anyway.
He was taken down
2nd and 11.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11.
Back to throw.
At the 25-yard line.
That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete.
Intended for
A
his tight
tough
end.
spot here.
Incomplete.
3rd and
Brings
long.
up 3rd down and 11.
Now they'll set up to throw. No one open. He'll drop it to his running back. And a good short tackle right there. It stops him a good distance short of the marker. It sets up 4th down. They'll try to run. And they continue to churn out 1st down. What a drive. It continues now with 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 6-yard line.
This is a little bit of a tough spot for a play caller, Mike. 4th down. Is it close enough that I can run the ball? Is it far enough that I have to risk a pass? Took some
good blocking, and he's in. Jalen Warren. Touchdown Atlanta. Good drive. They kept the ball. Greg, they moved it effectively down the field and finished it off on the ground for the touchdown.
So often, Mike, we see teams work on a great drive to get down here close, only to settle for a field goal. But in this case, give them a lot of credit. They put a great drive together, but they're able to capitalize and finish it off with 6.
Who able to add the extra point. And the Falcons are going to open up the lead to 8. So out is Coop. He'll kick this one away after the touchdown. The return starts from the 5. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. John Harbaugh there, the Super Bowl winning coach of the Ravens, as his guys get ready for their next possession. The deficit is 8 as this drive begins with 1st and 10. Drive will start on the ground. He'll take this ahead. It's a pickup of 3. Up from his safety spot, Jesse Bates makes the play.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Now, this looks like a design run. Here's a 3rd down and 4.
And it's 3rd down.
In trouble, and he's going to be taken down.
And there was nothing exotic about that. I mean, they were just able to generate pressure without having to bring an extra rusher. And this offense now finds themselves staring at 4th down as a result.
Ravens bring their punt team out. Good coverage by the punt team. They stop him before he can get any return cranked up.
At their own 31-yard line.
Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him.
A loss of 5 brings up 2nd and 15 at the 26-yard line.
So, 3 quarters now in the books. And Sunday Night Primetime continues after this. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Throwing now from the gun. This defense hitting their ears back, coming to get him again.
Big-time opportune sack there by the defense. Mike, they're right on the cusp of field goal range. You can't allow this to become a 2-possession ball game here in the 4th quarter. Massive 3rd down coming up here. See if they can get off the field and get the ball back to their offense.
Off play action. He'll set up to throw. That'll be caught by the running back Warren. And they will finally run him down. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10.
And the Falcons.
Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd down and 6.
At the Ravens 44-yard
Out of the gun, here's a run up the gut. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. 18 yards on the pickup there. 1st down, Atlanta.
1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
But somebody gotta do it. Got my foot up on the gas, but somebody gotta do it. Turn this TV off, turn this TV off.
You know, there's all this talk, Mike, about the value of the run game in today's NFL. You know when the run game matters? It matters right now. 4th quarter, you've got the lead. Can you lean on your running back and offensive line to close this game out?
And some space opens as he's brought down following a gain of 6.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
2nd down, they need 3. And he'll bring this inside the 15. That's good enough for the 1st down. Back to the ground after the penalty. Some hitting going on now. He was rocked right at the line of scrimmage.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Here's 2nd and 9. The slot man in motion right. Little quick pass to the receiver heading right. And he'll be stop short of first down. He's able to look it in and get forward for a pickup of about 8.
Brings up third down.
It's the quarterback with the sneak. And he's going to have the first down. Just past the marker. It is first and goal. On the bootleg, he'll look to throw. He's got it at the 3.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest gain.
They'll try to run this one in. And he's going to go backward, taken down at the 6.
You know at this point, the defense has to sell out and stop the run. You know exactly what the offense is trying to get accomplished by keeping the ball on the ground. But now the question remains, are they willing to take some risk here and put the ball in the air on third down? Or do they play it safe and keep running the clock by keeping the ball on the ground? The thing is, the offense comes to the sideline now. The quarterback and his wide receivers need to get together and say, hey guys, what are you seeing out there? How can we find some open targets? Because on that last down, there was nowhere to go with the ball. And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
Safe kick taken at the 5. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. Ravens offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he's used his legs to great effect this year, both when the pocket breaks down and by design, as you check out the league leaders in quarterback rushing yards. They'll begin here on the ground, and they'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line. They'll gain 17 on that one. A very quick first down. They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. They'll turn and hand this one off. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
And they've really done a nice job defensively holding them in check. I mean, ideally, you'd want your back to average around 4 yards a pop, but they're falling short of that threshold as of now, and partially it's why they find themselves trailing at this stage in the game.
They'll throw out of the gun. Quick throw here is complete, and that'll go for a gain of 7, and it's going to set up third down.
That's a gain of 8. It's in 3rd and 3.
They'll look to throw. That's over the middle and take it in. He's got it. He's going to have the first down, so they convert on third down with a pickup of 9.
4-yard line.
Critical third down conversion there, Mike. Now brings up a fresh set of downs. You find yourself here trailing in the 4th quarter. They got to go down and score, and they got to score fast.
And he's back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. No gain before stepping out of bounds.
Out of bounds at the 43-yard line. 1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
They'll look to throw yet again. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up third down.
Similar to a tight end, the slot receiver is often considered the safety blanket. He makes all the difficult catches, tends to be a little bit more around the line of scrimmage, and so far today, he's certainly lived up to that reputation.
Taking off, he'll try to get there.
A gain of 9 yards.
Here's 1st and 10.
That's another Baltimore first down. 1st and 10 at the 20.
Blitz coming, he'll throw it. The pass rush gets home, and he goes down.
The quarterback is sacked. A loss of 7 yards. It's 2nd down.
Blown back in the backfield. We'll get the carry here. And this defense up to the task there Gain of just 2, and it's third down.
It's a gain of 2 yards, and it's third down.
Oh, maybe a free play as he'll look to throw it. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10.
That penalty is declined.
Now it is first and goal. Here's a designed run. And he will score. Game on. Touchdown, Baltimore. Greg, they are pecking away at this one now. Very big touchdown. Gets them right within reach of pulling this comeback off.
Well, Mike, at the very least, they've given themselves a chance, but can they get a stop and get the ball back again for a chance to go down?
That's caught! So they get the 2-point conversion. All of a sudden, that 11-point deficit down to just a field goal here in the fourth.
I know it sounds like I'm being biased, Mike, but I'm really not. Down here this close to the end zone, especially on 2-point tries, the size, the length, the athleticism, and matchups these tight ends can create. Man, they are a tough handle, and it leads to 2 points.
The Falcons offense and their running back set to go once more. And he has put in a full game's work and then some. Just an incredible performance on the ground to this point in the fourth quarter. It's first down, and they'll run. He'll try to get back to the line, but he's not happening. Going to lose a yard. Now the Ravens use their first timeout, and they'll get together prior to this second down play. He'll look to throw. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete.
Brings up third down and 11.
On third down, they'll throw from the gun. He'll try and get there on the ground. Now a timeout here by Baltimore. That's going to be their second, as they'll discuss what's to come. This fourth down is looming.
It's fourth down.
The Falcons getting their punter out there as they try to play the field position game here, protecting a fourth quarter lead. The fair catch here, called for and made beyond the 30-yard line. So here's the Baltimore offense getting set for their next drive. They'll begin with first and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Thrown left side, the catch is made. And he's going to get out of bounds with the first down. Ideal circumstance there. They get the first down and preserve that final timeout.
First down, Ravens.
A toss, left side, caught by his running back. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
Second and 7.
Here is second and 7. Now here's a keeper on the zone read. He's going nowhere. Losing yardage on that play. Work to do. The crowd helping the defense. Third down and 9. They'll drop to throw. Quick hitting slant there. And he's in. Touchdown, Ravens. His fourth TD grab of the season.
Mike, we used to have a saying that it was the responsibility of the receiver to run the route through the eyes of the quarterback. And I think this is a great example here. Two guys clearly on the same page. Quarterback expected his target to be in a certain place at a certain time. He's there, ball's delivered accurately. He's able to pick up the rest with his legs, and that's a big-time connection for the touchdown.
The extra point is good. And the Ravens have taken a 4-point advantage. So now playing with the lead after that fourth quarter touchdown. Time to kick it back the other way. This one taken at the 7. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. The Falcons offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. And it's hard to believe you can run the ball a whole lot better than he has. The vision, the cutback ability, the acceleration, the stats. It has all been on display throughout. This one's going to be taken in over the middle. Now a timeout, Atlanta. That's their first. And they'll get together prior to this second down play.
At the 36-yard line.
He'll drop to throw. Quick throw, taken in. And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Going over the middle, this one is complete. Here's second down.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up second and 2 at the 48-yard line.
On play action, he'll set up to throw. He takes off. Oh, what a run. Down inside the 30-yard line.
And the Falcons first down. First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Now the spike as the clock takes under 50 seconds to play. Tight end, the motion man to the right. On second and 10, they'll try to throw. Got a man, good job coming back for the ball on the completion. And this is a touchdown. They were not going to be denied, and they have taken the lead here in the final minute of play. An important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. An important extra point up and good, so the lead is 3 here in the late stages of the game. So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. Very good kickoff. Returnable from the 4. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Ravens offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And he has been masterful so far leading this offense, keeping the mistakes to a minimum, on point with his passes, generally one step ahead of the defense all game long. Back to throw here to begin the drive. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very stout there. That's going to bring up second down.
Brings up second and 10.
Back to throw. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And he'll be brought down up around the 38-yard line.
First down. First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Now they'll set up to throw. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete. Another try, second and 10.
It leads to second and 10.
Back to the air one more time. Oh, a man open right side. He's got him. Here's first down.
First down. First and 10 at the
They'll look to throw again. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And he'll be out of bounds. A pickup, though, of 6. Now Falcons will use their third final timeout, and they'll get together prior to the second down play. So on is Tyler Loop in a big spot. This to force overtime. This one is pushed out to the right. It is no good. And the missed kick is going to cost them the game.
Well, that's just part of the game, unfortunately. You work hard to get yourself in position that you can tie it late with a field goal. But he just can't connect, and that's just a tough way to lose a game. There's no doubt about it.
Victory formation, defense powerless to stop. And that should just about do it. So it's a win here for the Falcons. They bounced back from the loss last week, really put in a determined effort, and will come away with the victory. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. The Falcons are winners as we say so long from Atlanta.